So major development, guys. The New York Times is reporting something massive, all right? And this goes in connection with what just happened. So it kind of makes sense. Is this America, is this NATO directing the response, all right? And even yesterday, I made a video yesterday that the Secretary of State is warning of a major response. Is this a response, all right? Was this an inside job? Was this NATO? Was this Ukraine? What is going on? Every day it seems to be escalating, guys. There's new crazy news coming out and new developments, okay? Biden warned yesterday, we are on the verge of, quote, nuclear Armageddon, all right? All these things are escalating, but something else happened now, all right? So the bridge, the Crimea bridge, okay, connecting Crimea to the main part of Russia has been blown up, all right? And there's speculation that it is a truck bomb, like a fertilizer truck bomb. But there's also speculation that it was a drone strike or some kind of aerial strike, okay, that took it out as well. So, or even an underwater, who knows? There's a lot of speculation and a lot of very suspicious things about it. The timing of it's very suspicious. The Secretary of State just said there will be a massive response, and then the footage of it is suspicious as well. There's very detailed, high definition security camera footage of it from all angles. And it just looks kind of strange. The explosion looks kind of strange, kind of like devastating to be just like a fertilizer truck bomb. It seems like something bigger, more devastating. And there was also a lot of talk that this bridge, just recently, it was reported in the last few months that this bridge has very high security, and they're constantly checking the cargo and the everything driving it, the trucks driving on it for bombs and things like that. All right, they are checking it for explosives and things that could be used as explosives. So that was reported too just a few months ago. So it's very suspicious, very strange that this is happening. What's really going on? All right, because if it was NATO, is Russia going to admit it? And if it was Russia, are they going to admit it? It's just like we don't know. There's so much propaganda in wars, all right? That's part of it, especially with the internet now. I'm looking at this tweet out of Ukraine. Let me know what you think of this tweet. They said this is from the official Ukrainian government. This is the tweet, sorry. It's, quote, sick burn. That's what they said, sick burn. All right, so let me know what you think about that. This is a propaganda war, all right? We're in the middle of it, guys, right now. And let me get to this New York Times report, all right? So this is the big one right here. So U.S. officials and NATO officials are already inside Ukraine. So the New York Times is reporting that the CIA has personnel inside of Ukraine right now. And they're also reporting that dozens of NATO commandos are inside Ukraine. So let me read you. It says, they are dependent more than ever on help from the United States and its allies, including a stealthy network of commandos and spies rushing to provide weapons, intelligence, and training, according to the U.S. and European officials. Much of this work happens outside of Ukraine, but some CIA personnel have continued to operate in the country secretly, mostly in the capital, directing vast amounts of intelligence the United States is sharing with Ukrainian forces, according to current and former officials. At the same time, a few dozen commandos from other NATO countries, including Britain, France, Canada, and Lithuania, also have been working inside of Ukraine. All right. So, and it says they have over 150 military instructors inside Ukraine too. So this is all just admitted stuff that's coming out of the New York Times. There's probably way more inside. And are they directing attacks? Are they directing things? Like, we're just putting ourselves in such a risky situation. What if one of our officials, what if one of our personnel get hit? What if one of them get taken out? That could almost draw NATO into, these are NATO commandos, right? This is crazy. This could draw us into a massive war. What if one of them get hit? This could be considered, NATO has to respond. And the same thing with this bridge with Russia. Russia is saying that this is a declaration of war against Russia. This is an attack on their homeland, all right? That's what they're saying. And so they could escalate too from this, all right? This is just not looking good. Yesterday, the Secretary of State said, we are looking at our options for a massive response to OPEC shutting down the oil, all right? So is this the response? Maybe this is the response. Maybe the pipeline was the response. Who knows? This bridge is a supply bridge, right, from Crimea for Russia. It's a strategic bridge. They will probably be able to rebuild it relatively quickly if they get all the resources behind it, which they probably will. But just the fact that it happened and now Russia is saying a quote, it's a declaration of war, all right? That's what Russian officials are saying over this attack on their bridge, right? So let me know what you guys think about this. This is escalating every single day. Who's benefiting from all of this chaos? I don't understand. Who wants all this? Who wants us to be dragged further into this every single day? Because I don't, but it seems like our world leaders all around the world are begging for this kind of war, begging for just a massive conflict that nobody's asking for, all right? So who do you think did this? Do you think Russia did this? Do you think NATO did this? Do you think Ukraine did this? Ukraine is taking like semi credit for it. Like they're like bragging about it, but they're not saying they did it directly. They're saying like some special force in Ukraine did it, but it wasn't them directly. So what does that mean? All right, what exactly does that mean? Who did this? Who benefits from this? That's, it's like a modus operandi. We have to think of it like a criminality almost. Is like who would benefit from this crime being committed? Who gets a plus from it? You know what I mean? And even if it looks like a negative right now, who gets a plus in the long run, right? So very suspicious, very strange, and just another escalation. Let's hope we don't see another one, all right? See more, this could just push us closer to the nuclear option, right? Could push us closer to anything, especially a tactical nuke being used in Ukraine. That seems like that's the next step, and this might be the excuse because it's a quote declaration of war on Russia. So maybe that's the excuse. So who knows? All right, let me know what you guys think. This is very sketchy, very, very weird footage. All right, go check it out. I don't want to play it because it'll probably get copyrighted, but very strange footage coming out too. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you get prepared too, guys. All right, get out of the cities. All right, seriously, get out in the country. Get out of super heavily populated areas. All right, because if something happens, even if there's a nuclear strike in Ukraine, people could start panicking here. People will start panic buying here and realize, oh crap, like this is a nuclear war might happen, right? Because a lot of people are just glossed over and they're not really taking any of this serious. But if a nuke drops, they're gonna wake up really quick and they're gonna panic buy really quick. So get prepared now, guys. Don't panic buy. Don't do that. Just buy little amounts now so you're prepared if something happens, all right? That's the key, is just prepare early and then you don't have to panic buy. So thank you guys for watching and you have a blessed day.